Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis, and today we are going to be talking about XinFin or XDC. So obviously you might be wondering, Nick, why do you sound so different? Well, ultimately, if you guys did notice a difference, it's probably because of the different mic. I am traveling right now due to the holidays. It's looking like a little bit of a busy week ahead. But overall, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be reporting on a lot of things. And today, like I said, we're going to be talking about XDC. So without further ado, before we fully jump on into this video, I just want to ask if you guys could please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely. You guys have no idea how much it does help. And it only takes about 2 seconds. So if you guys could please leave a like, it's greatly appreciated. Now also, if you guys want to get in on my trading insights, my indicators, stuff like that, you guys could go check out NCashOfficial.com. Currently right now, the Ultimate Crusader Trading Bundle Pack is on sale for 35% off until the end of this month. It does include everything on this website as well as all feature content for free. So if you guys are interested into something like that, go check out NCashOfficial.com. Links are down in the description below as well as in the comments below. Now, I do want to talk to you guys about XDC. So if you guys are, a long-term fan of the channel, if you guys have been following me for a little bit, you guys know that I do like XDC. I think that XDC is essentially almost like XRP in a sense, like where, everybody wanted to buy XRP at around like 8 cents because of how undervalued it was in terms of its use case values. And honestly speaking, when we're talking about XDC or XinFin, I always compare it to that because I believe that we will repeat a similar run to like the 2017 XRP. But also, I just want you guys to understand that I know that it might sound like hopium when, I say that we could hit like, almost $2 trillion in value. But realistically speaking, the market that XDC is really kind of going after is already worth $19 trillion. And we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be discussing, and we're also going to be talking about some other things that are happening behind the scenes with XinFin. Currently up about 20% on it, as you guys do see. The trading volume is up about 160%. So would I say jump in right now? I don't know. I mean, honestly, I always like to wait for pullbacks, and right now this is, pumped up a little bit, as you guys do see on the 7-day. I did talk to you guys a little bit about it during this time as well when it was pretty cheap. So, definitely keep a close eye out on XinFin. It is a very undervalued gem, and in my opinion, it's going to be a giant in this market. It's not even worth $1 billion in market cap currently. Of course, fully diluted market cap is a little bit different, but of course, do your own research and understand what XinFin really is as an overall asset and company, and then you can pretty much see where you want to be. Now, I do just want to talk to you guys. If we were worth $1.9 trillion in market cap value currently, we would be worth about $155.25 per XDC, or essentially an upside of 1,885x. Now, I know to a lot of people this might sound crazy. It might sound like, dude, like stop like with the hopium and stuff. But honestly, and I'm not saying this bull run or in the next 5 years, I'm just saying in time, I do see XDC being worth this price. And the reason why is because of what they are focused on. First off, we go back just a little bit, in the past, few years, and we see this announcement, right? XinFin's XDC network, the first blockchain company to join the global TFD initiative. So, first off, I just want you guys to understand that when we're talking about, global trade, when we're talking about trade finance in general, okay, XDC is perfectly positioned for this. First off, we do see here, making trade finance more accessible for non-bank investors is of paramount importance if we are going to drive the economic recovery from COVID and fill the USD $3 to $5 trillion SME trade finance gap. Now, when we're talking about this, we even see that innovative technology-driven solutions like the TFD initiative are a critical part of the solution of providing more liquidity into the market. Now, you might be wondering, well, where does XDC come into play here? Well, they're going to be the bridge for this. We even see here, we welcome XinFin's XDC network to TFD initiative, as this enables us to bridge the US $19 trillion trade finance asset class with any type of funder through tokenization and digital assets. This is going to be huge. We even see here that smart contracts are expected to increase efficiency and certainty in business and reduce the need for contracting parties to have to trust each other. The trust resides instead in the code. And honestly speaking, when we're talking about the coming months to years, Even if you look on in time a little bit from here, blockchain technology in general, even, hashgraph technology, all of the technologies in this space, they're going to prosper well beyond people's overall expectations. I don't think people realize how big of a step this is, even for XDC, right? This is why I personally think it's extremely undervalued. And of course, this is a $19 trillion market. We even go over to, NASDAQ.com, and we're even seeing here, this goes back to September 7th, right? Trade finance and NFTs, from digital collectibles to the $19 trillion global trade market. Okay, and they do say here, it's fair to say that the non-fungible token market has turned more than a few heads in 2021. The sheer volumes poured through these markets to buy unique digital tokens with ownership verifiable via the blockchain and have been unprecedented even for the cryptocurrency market. Now, like I said, NFTs, tokenization, it's going to be huge. But then we look at the international trade finance market, and we even see here in 2019, the total value of exports globally was estimated at $19 trillion. So we know that in 2019, yeah, it was $19 trillion. What about now? Okay, what if it was like $22 trillion? We know that these increase significantly in value as time goes on. And when we're talking about everything that's been happening, when we're talking about tokenization, how data is becoming the new oil. All right, first off, we look here. In fact, a 2019 Bank of America study found that all of the institution's clients went from paperless to digital bank statements. It would save 37,000 metric tons of GHG emissions and 136 million gallons of blue water consumed, with a greenhouse gas emission rate of around 15 per capita in the United States. That would be the equivalent of making about 2,500 people living in the U.S. carbon neutral. Now, why is that a significant thing to talk about? Well, first off, blockchain technology, for an example, this is why XDC, in my opinion, is going to succeed greatly in this market. Blockchain technology has the idea of tokenizing a lot of these asset classes. For example, the global trade finance market, a $19 trillion asset class. If we pull only 10% of that market for XDC, by the way, first blockchain company to ever be accepted into it, that's $1.9 trillion. That's an 1,885x. What if we pull 20%, 40%, 50%? It goes well beyond the means of where we are currently at in terms of price and even market cap value. I think that a lot of people need to really understand that XDC truly is one of the most undervalued gems for the market that it's set to disrupt. Now, you might be wondering, well, how are they already moving in on this? Like, what are the use cases? Well, first off, we look into, TradeFinX. Now, this is actually powered by, of course, you guys do see up at the top, XDC protocol, empowering trade finance ecosystem. This is essentially that bridge. This is essentially what they are building to pretty much disrupt the trade finance, market. This is going to be huge. We do see the bridge there. We see where TradeFinX comes in. And of course, we talk about tokenizing securitization. Okay, tokenization is taking the world by storm. Digitization is, taken over at a rapid pace. We've talked about, the metaverse, NFTs. We talk about tokenization of like Rolexes, jewelry, pretty much anything that you could possibly think of will essentially be tokenized. Now, we do see our originators are banks and fintechs, and then of course we do see SPV, which is like credit rating agencies, underwriters, insurance, etc. All of this is going to be bridged by, you named it, XDC. I've always said, and by the way, this is just one use case. So, if we're talking about just 10% of this market, we already get to $1.9 trillion. Also, you do see here 4 platforms, and we do see some of the named, partnerships here, or Oracle, Corda, Intuit, QuickBooks, TradeShift as well. This is huge. Okay, and of course, XDC has the liquidity, use case as well, and we do see stablecoin deployment as well. So, huge use cases behind XDC. I know a lot of people are probably going to be commenting down below, if you had to choose XDC or XRP, which one would you choose? Honestly, I don't like to choose one or the other. I like to HODL these incredible assets that have so much upside potential. Okay, do you honestly believe that, XDC could do a 1000x? Because I personally do. If we're talking about XDC being worth, just one XRP right now, or like the value of XRP, that's a 36x, all right, $3.02. But what if we were worth the same price of BNB, for an example? That's an 84x. We'd be worth about $6.96. And of course, we do see the value at, Ethereum's market cap and even Bitcoin's market cap. But realistically speaking, we take into accountability the markets that XDC is really moving into, what they're already building within those markets as well. Like, this is a huge use case. It really is, because, even in terms of the gaps between, just for example, traditional finance and DeFi. We talk about bridges within that market too. It's huge opportunities for a lot of these assets. We talk about AOBT with that. We talk about a lot of bridging going on. Bridges are going to be, I know it sounds so funny, but it's honestly the infrastructure of the future of payments for banks, institutions, and everything. And XDC, in my opinion, is an absolute giant to really bridge a lot of the gaps between these major markets. For an example, the global trade finance market. Now, we also do see a great visualization from CoinCow, XDC DASL bridge, to R3 Corda, a part of the blockchain revolution. Of course, we do see here, I know that they are creating the network of networks. Now, I've always called QNT the network of networks, and yes, QNT has its very own use cases, and it's focused on its same niche audiences. I know a lot of people think that all because they have like similar use case values that they're going after each other, but that's not the case, right? But overall, this is also another incredible use case. We talk about a lot of the back end things. For an example, this massive network, if you will, is pretty much built out in front of us, and it's being utilized on a day-to-day basis, and nobody really seems to care about XDC. That's what I find funny about this. Like, this is an absolute giant in the making. I've talked about this, under 6 cents, under 5 cents, under 4 cents, and not a lot of people are realizing how big this is going to be. Accounts and tagging, UI and API, asset servicing, reporting, escrow and settlement, fiat and crypto bridges, transfer and trading, issuance and tokenization. Guys, these are just some of the many use cases that XDC really has to offer. It's ISO 222 compliant. The future for XDC is truly going to be endless, and I suspect that we're going to see a ton of overall wide stream adoption happening for XDC in general as a blockchain asset, but also XinFin really partnering with some big named companies out there that it hasn't already partnered with, because there's a ton of already solid tier top tier partnerships already under XinFin's wing. But also, I do suspect a lot of exchanges are going to be listing XDC very soon. We still don't have Coinbase, we still don't have Binance. There's still so many major exchanges out there still yet to list XDC. And if the use cases that I just showed you do not tell you, hey, if I was an exchange, I'd want XDC to be listed, then I don't know, what to tell you, because this is probably, in my opinion, one of the most overlooked, most undervalued assets out there that's going to be utilized pretty much by every financial institution and every bank out there on a day-to-day basis. The amount of money that will flow over this network is astronomical. I know that we talk about XRP a lot with liquidity, line of credit, and stuff like that, but XDC as a network in general, as a settlement asset, it has so much upside potential, and I'm very excited to see this truly unfold into the giant that it truly is, because I don't think a lot of people really kind of give XDC the recognition that it deserves. I know a lot of talks are around HBAR, XRP, QNT, and stuff like that, but truly XDC is one of the most undervalued gems in this market, and it does have 100 to 1000x potential written all over it. Of course, it does not matter to me how long I have to hold this asset to get to those levels. I know the markets that XDC is really disrupting, and I'm totally fine waiting patiently for that. I have all the time ahead of me to really kind of hodl XDC to truly see it blossom into the beautiful flower that it's going to become and disrupt the many markets that it's really kind of focused on. So with that in mind, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.